we're going to see a few interesting tries here. It's from the Netherlands, how they're looking to strengthen and change their boats, possibly looking for that one gold medal boat. So Rose de Jong and Leila Yousafou, who normally compete in the double scull, are going to be sat in this quad, looking to see how fast they can make it go. You could see they were the heat winners alongside China. So we'll see how it goes now in the final.
And from the Ukraine, in lane 1. In lane 2, Switzerland, World Cup leaders. In lane 3, People's Republic of China. They're the world best time holders in this event. In lane 4, as you just heard from Greg, the Netherlands trying out their new combination. Lane 5, Great Britain. And lane
Ukraine,
6, Germany.
Switzerland, China, Netherlands, Great Britain, Germany. Attention.
Feel togetherness, you feel the power of all 6 of those quads getting away really quite nicely together. As we say, we're expecting to see this Chinese double, Chinese quad in the center of the course, looking to try and be dominant as they have been previously the last few years. I'm really interested to see what the Netherlands can bring to them. As it is, we'll see it that the Netherlands have got out to a small lead. Look at this British combination. They had an injury that Lola Anderson has had to come out. Lucy Glover went in for this regatta. But you can see the Netherlands there getting away nicely. It's the Swiss over there in lane 2 who've gone with them. Again, we'll be hearing the cowbells ringing if they can stay in there. Good to see a German quad as well coming back to strength. That German team, one certainly very much in transition.
Yeah, the Germans didn't have a great start out of the blocks there, but they seem to have moved into a rhythm and stayed in touch with the field. But this crew from the Netherlands, something has certainly clicked here. They're currently leading the field by a canvas over this incredible combination from China in lane 3. Chen, Zhang, Lu and Sui. The Swiss in lane 2, they're the World Cup point score holders. They're going to be featuring in the medals in this, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, well, so far going with the chevron, going with what we've seen previously, the Chinese double, the Chinese quad, and the combination from the Netherlands, won through directly from their heats. Interesting just to see what this combination from the Netherlands can do now, whether they can just keep moving, consolidate this position, moving on the rest of the field. They're in there, they're at 38 strokes a minute, China at 37, you can see it on your screen now. And at the moment, China are just tracking them. But the Netherlands team are doing something quite interesting in this regatta. They're clearly looking for where they can find gold medals. They've done it in some of the big boats, the men's boats as well, to say combinations that look like they were close and they were working, but can they actually find something to tap into a gold medal? And certainly in the double scull, the Dutch double have been good, but they're behind the Romanians who were all conquering in the double scull. So they're trying it out now in this quad.
This is a real shot from the Dutch, Greg. The Chinese crew, unbeaten since 2019, world and Olympic champions. And the Dutch still leading by a canvas as these 2 boats are starting to move clear. But the British, they have now moved themselves. They're in lane 5 into the bronze medal position. They're bow ball for bow ball with the Swiss vying for that bronze medal.
Well, the British women's sculling program is going well. Lauren Henry has come into the crew this year. She sits in the bow seat. She won the trials in the British team, so she's forced her way into this quad. So there's plenty of strength and depth in the British team. So they're in that shake-up for the bronze medal. Over there with the Swiss. Also the Ukrainian crew have had a decent season already. Been competitive throughout the year in the World Cup races. The Germans, possibly unsurprising, are the ones who are being left, who are unlikely to force their way into the medals. But now, let's take a look here. Rose de Jong there in that stroke seat, backed up by Leila Yousafou. We're so used to seeing them in the double. Now, they just slot together because these Dutch crews, they make these combination changes, but they seem to have a pattern. They seem to be loose. They seem to be they're good at rowing, the Dutch, and they can do it.
Incredibly strong at quad rowing as well. We've seen Dutch quads at Henley in the last couple of weeks. They have a really signature style, fantastic in this boat class, but this is an absolute turn-up. They're still leading, and I think, in fact, they're moving out on the Chinese, unbeaten in, 4 years now. This is incredible. The Dutch have absolutely found something here in this combination.
There's a looseness, there's a relaxation, there's almost a playfulness about the rowing we see from the crews from the Netherlands. They look like they're enjoying it. As it is, I'm not sure how much they'll be enjoying it now. They'll be hurting that they're up here coming towards that 500 to go. But that lead is just gently easing out for the Netherlands over the Chinese crew. As we track that British crew, nice pictures of them up close. They're pretty much side by side with the Swiss in that race for their bronze medal, coming up here with 500 to go. The Ukrainian crew on the far side will have to do an awful lot to force their way in. We see the Germans just coming up there, as I said, possibly out of it, but unsurprisingly, we're getting a look now at this crew from Switzerland. They're very clean, almost a bit short at the finish, but we often see that in quads, particularly towards the end as the rates go up.
And the British have moved into the bronze medal position. Lauren Henry, Hannah Scott, Lucy Glover and Georgina Megan Brayshaw. They're now starting to walk through the Chinese. The Chinese really not firing in the way that we've expected to see them.
Yeah, well, look, you see the Swiss here. They're going up for it. They're trying to use rate. We're seeing this race for the bronze medal. And as you say, the Chinese coming back towards the British. And what about the Dutch? They've just continued to move away and away. Perhaps they have found the keys to unlock the combination for their gold medal safe. They could be the ones in this quad who are going to take this for the gold medal. And who's going to get the silver?
I fancy the British here for the silver, Greg. They've got the momentum. They are just reeling in the Chinese. This is such an upset. The Chinese could miss out on a podium here. We can see China desperately trying to hang on. Britain and Switzerland coming through.
Well, here we go, coming down to the line. The Netherlands have got it. The Chinese we saw at 45 strokes a minute. They've shortened up. They're not getting distance per stroke. It's the Swiss who are moving. It's the British who are moving. In fact, the British are coming up on the Netherlands for the gold medal. But surely the Netherlands are going to hold on here. Coming into the line, it's the Netherlands for gold. Great Britain do get that silver. And the Swiss come through. And how about that? The Chinese, Olympic champions, world champions, back here in 4th place.
Wow. The golden run is over for China, unbeaten since 2019. As Greg said, world and Olympic champions. That is the upset of the day so far, Greg. An incredible row here from a class act from the Netherlands. You can see how delighted they are to have found that combination.
Yeah, they've certainly got that combination working as you take a look there and see the smiles in their faces as they say, yeah, we've made this work. And wow, what a performance that is. Rose de Jong in the bow seat of that. I said stroke seat earlier, apologies for that. The British will be very pleased with that performance they've got there to get into that silver medal position. Wow, what a race. What a performance from the Dutch getting that combination together. And what a way of coming through from the Swiss there. Wow, that's fantastic to get through the Chinese quad. Really surprising to see them get pushed out like that.
So it's been a good day for the Swiss so far. Several medal-winning performances for that home crowd. We've seen the cowbells and heard the cowbells going all morning.
Yeah, wonderful regatta so far this morning for the Swiss team. plenty of medals coming their way. How about this from the Chinese? Cameras went in on them on the start, so we expected them to be dominant. We expected the crew from the Netherlands to take it to them. They found the combination, though, with the Netherlands to take on the Swiss, to take on the Chinese, to take on the British. But I think we'll be pleased that British quad raced last week in Henley. Here, getting the combination working. As we said, there's crew changes, but the strength in depth in that British sculling squad on the women's side. And then seeing this crew from Netherlands just looked like they've been sculling together forever, and not that they'd put it together for this regatta.
What a finish from the British to get themselves into that silver medal, Greg.
Yeah, they'll be really pleased with the way they came through there. You'd have thought if they imagined themselves beating the Chinese, they'd think, wow, we've done everything we need to do. But shows how it's stepping on. Fantastic win for the Netherlands, ahead of Great Britain and Switzerland, who will pick up that World Cup winner's vest.
The Netherlands represented by the Netherlands. Well done.